This training video will introduce you to new features in Board Docs Plus for managing user accounts, assigning user access privileges, and setting up governing bodies. While many of the features shown in this video are available to all Board Docs Plus subscribers, some features are only available to subscribers who are using the Board Docs Pro Plus service. One of the most noteworthy enhancements is the introduction of the new Board Docs Manager, which consolidates the formerly separate Options tab and People Manager into a more efficient and intuitive interface for option and account management. You can display the Board Docs Manager by choosing Options from the header menu. Option settings are now organized under Global and Board and Committee categories. Access to option settings is governed by a publisher's role assignment. On the left side of the Global Settings screen, you'll see the People list, from which you can add, edit, or remove user accounts. To add a person, click the Add New button above the list. The Add Edit Person dialog box displays in which you can enter the information necessary to create the account. To edit an existing account, simply click on the person's name or right-click and choose Open from the menu. The Add Edit Person dialog box displays with the person's account information. To remove a user account, right-click on the person's name and choose Delete from the menu. After creating an account, you can assign the person's access privileges by clicking the User Access tab. To assign someone to a user access role, simply drag and drop their name into the appropriate field and click the Save button that appears below the tabs. To remove someone from a user access role, simply drag the person's name back to the People list and click Save. Board Docs Plus features several new options for assigning publishing rights. Super publishers have the most comprehensive level of publishing and site management access, with rights extending across content for all governing bodies. Super publishers can also manage all option settings in all categories. The Board Docs support team must assign your super publisher rights. Users assigned to the publisher's access role have more limited publishing rights than super publishers. While they can't access options under global settings, they can manage board and committee options settings and publish content for specific governing bodies. Those who are assigned to the publisher admin's user access role can perform many of the tasks that super publishers and publishers can perform for the governing body to which they are assigned. But they cannot view executive-level content, nor do they have access to any of the option settings in the Board Docs Manager. Users assigned to the executive's access role can perform executive-level functions for the selected governing body, including viewing executive content, and in the case of Board Docs Pro Plus, adding personal annotations and participating in voting if voting rights are assigned. Executives who are assigned voting board access are counted in the roll call in the meeting control panel and permitted to vote. You can assign your organization's chief executive to the administrator's executive role to allow for viewing of executive-level content in both draft and active meetings, and in Board Docs Pro Plus, participation in the item submission and approval process. Administrators who need the ability to see administrative-level content, and in Board Docs Pro Plus, participate in the item submission and approval process, are added to the administrator's access role. Pro Plus subscribers can also assign select individuals to the moderator's role, which allows them to run the meeting control panel during meetings. You'll also notice that there's no longer a separate role category for approvers. The Enhanced Approval Tree feature no longer requires you to designate individuals as approvers before you can add them to a tree. Finally, super publishers who are using the Board Docs Pro Plus service can assign select individuals policy or library-only publishing rights. Fields for assigning these rights are found under Global Settings on the Policies tab and on the Library tab. You can also now control which administrators and executives can view confidential library content. As with other user access roles, you can add people by dragging their names into the fields and remove them by dragging their names back to the people list. Governing body configurations are managed under Board and Committee settings. The governing bodies list is used to create, select, edit, or delete governing body configurations. To create a governing body, click the Add New button above the list. A field appears in which you can name the governing body. Pressing the Enter key saves the name that you've entered. Once created, you can assign the new governing body's group type and visibility, and then save your changes. If you want to rename the governing body, right-click and choose Rename from the menu that appears. Enter your name changes and press the Enter key. Each governing body has its own set of board and committee option settings. To change settings for a particular governing body, select it from the list, and then change the desired settings under each option category. Be sure to save your changes as you make them. Be sure to watch the other training videos for information about option changes and enhancements to the document creation process. And as always, please contact Board Docs technical support if you have further questions.